Hello, good evening. Good evening, everybody. You're welcome. Good evening, good evening, good evening. You are welcome. We are here and we are live. It's Thursday and it's 8 p.m. and we are here live in the Advanced Lounge weekly live webinar. Thank you for being here. I see you. Please leave a comment in the comment. Let me know that you can see me, you can hear me loud and clear. Let me see your comments in the comments. Let me see your emojis in the comment. Let me know that you are there and you can see me and you can hear me loud and clear. Thank you so much for being here this evening. I'm mighty excited as always to be with you this evening, to share with you this evening. As always, I've come to look forward to Thursday evenings. Yes, the reason is very simple. I know that once it's 8 p.m., I'll be here, I'll be live, and I'll be sharing with you. And it's all been very exciting, and it has been a journey for me as well. Thank you so much for being here. Let me see your comments in the comment section. Let me see that let me know that you can see me and that you can hear me. Thank you so much for being here. I'm excited this evening, as you can tell, to be sharing with you on the topic that we have, and we'll get into that shortly. But as you know, or you may not know, that these weekly live webinars are an expression of the Advanced Lounge community. Hi, Yuange, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, I was saying that these weekly live webinars are an expression of the Advanced Lounge community, and the Advanced Lounge community is just a haven for people who are learning and growing and just becoming more valuable. Hi, Sharon, I see you. Good evening. You're welcome. Thank you so much, guys, for being here. Thank you. And so in the Advanced Lounge, we're about learning and growing and just becoming more valuable, because we do understand that we want a change. Many of us are dissatisfied. We are not comfortable with where we are. But we know that for us to be able to move from where we are to where we want to be, something has to change. And that change must start with us. And that change comes with embracing learning. And that is why these weekly live webinars hold every Thursday at 8 p.m. They're just knowledge sharing sessions that help us, to just explore topics about personal development. So everything about personal development, about self-improvement, about personal growth is on our radar. And this month has been our month where we have been looking at self-sabotage. So we'll get into that in a little bit, but I want to thank you so much, for being here throughout. It has been a series throughout the month of August where we've just been looking at the different ways that self-sabotage, manifests. Many times people self-sabotage and they are not even aware, they are not conscious that this is what is happening. But in the course of this month, we have been able to see that the many times the things that we just think, oh, we are just doing, or just thinking that, but they are actually self-sabotaging behaviors. They are self-sabotaging thoughts, and what they do is to limit us. They stop us. So it's like you are getting in your own way. You want something, you want to do better, you want better outcomes, but guess who is stopping you? Yourself. And so this is a real issue that I've come to to realize in the course of in the course of talking to people, in the course of interacting with people in the different avenues. And I've seen that this is a real issue, and that's what we've been talking about throughout the month of August, just looking at how self-sabotage manifests, and how we can be able to even identify. It's very important that you even recognize what it is that is happening before you begin to talk about, what to do, to get ahead of it. So that is what we have been talking about. And we're going to take this conversation a little bit further this evening. This evening, we're talking about shattering the barriers. We're talking about how to conquer all the obstacles, all the barriers, how to shatter them, all the obstacles, all the challenges on our journey of personal development, how we can be able to shatter them. But first of all, to be able to shatter them, to be able to get ahead, we need to first of all identify and recognize and call them for what they are. And so that is what our conversation is going to be about this evening. We're going to just be be building up on what we have done in the past few weeks. I know continue in that conversation. My name is Tracy Akbera. I'm a personal success coach. I'm the founder and the anchor of the Advanced Launch community, and my job is simple. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist, and I'm here to tell you that the possibilities, they are limitless, they are boundless, and to show you how to get from where you are to where you want to be. Good intentions are just that, they are good, but they are not enough. So you can have all the good intentions. Oh, I intend to do this, I intend to lose weight, I intend to do that, I intend to do this. But if you are not able to now translate that into action, you will find out that you are moving around the same circles, and you are not moving forward, you are not growing, you are not doing better, you just keep moving about the same circle. And one major culprit, one major obstacle, one major barrier to our growth, to our advancement, to our transformation is self-sabotage. So I want you to get ready this evening. In the next couple of minutes, we're going to be blowing this topic open once again. So I want you to get ready with your writing materials, get ready with your learning attitude, get ready with to engage, to give me energy in the comment section. If you are ready, let me see your comments in the comments that you are ready. Let's get this show on the road. Let me see your comments in the comment section, and then we just get started in the next few seconds, minutes. Yes. So let's get started. Let me see your comments in the comment section that I'm ready. Let me see your comments. I'm ready. Are you ready? Let me see your comments in the comment section. I'm ready. Okay, thank you so much. Let's go. So in the past few weeks, we've spoken about how self-sabotage manifests, and how it's very easy to not even recognize self-sabotage for what it is. So we've spoken about resistance, we've spoken about placing upper limits, we've spoken about uprooting. I'm sorry, we can't go into all of them again. So if you were not in any of those webinars, do well to explore the YouTube channel. You will find all those properly archived, and then you can just go through them. So we've spoken about resistance, about upper limits, about uprooting. We've spoken about procrastination, perfectionism, and justification. Do you know that when you give excuses, do you know when you try to rationalize, you give excuses, do you know that it's a self-sabotaging behavior? Please go and catch those webinars. You will be glad that you did. And even misaligned attachment, when what you are doing is different from how you truly feel, it's a self-sabotaging behavior. We've also looked at disorganization. When you are scattered, in your mind, you are not clear, your environment, it's a self-sabotaging behavior. And we've also looked at justification, perfectionism, and all that. So you want to do well to go back and catch up on those webinars if you are not there, or even catch a replay. Even if you were there yesterday, I had cause to go back, and somebody was talking to another person. We're in a meeting, and was telling that person to go and catch up on the webinar of, I think that was 3 Thursdays ago now. And I had to go back, and I went to catch a replay, and I was like, wow. So you want to go back and catch a replay even if you were in those classes. So let's get into the subject of the evening. So this evening we're going to just be still going in depth on this conversation about self-sabotage. And we're going to be looking at the first thing we're going to be looking at is the fear of failing. Fear in itself. Many of us show fear. There can be fear of failing, and even the one that sometimes is unimaginable is the fear of success, this of or downplaying success. These are self-sabotaging behaviors, and fear operates in like a two-edged sword. So there is the fear of failure, and then there is that fear of success at the other side. So you are just one person, you don't know what to do. And all these are self-sabotaging behaviors, because on the one hand, you are afraid of failure, which manifests. We'll go into that in the next couple of seconds. And then there's also the fear of success, which has its own way it manifests. But one thing you want to first just know right off the bat is that these are self-sabotaging behaviors, because the end result is that it stops you. Self-sabotage will stop you from achieving your goals, from achieving those plans, those aspirations, from getting the successful outcomes that you desire. And you are the one standing in your own way. And these are the ways that this self-sabotage manifests. Fear of failure, Fear of success. So fear of failure, it paralyzes us from moving. So you are just afraid of moving. What if, you're just having those thoughts? What if I fail? What if people laugh at me? What if, people evaluate me and say this one? What if and what if? And then it just stops you. So instead of even trying to find out what the outcomes can be, you just stop. It paralyzes us. And so we don't take risk. We don't open ourselves up to new things, to venturing on grounds, that uncharted grounds, it's sort of from pursuing our goals. And therefore we are not, when they say nothing ventured, nothing gained. Yes, that is the fear of failure, stops you from venturing. And because you are not venturing, you don't even know whether you will go and you will succeed, or you will go and you will fail. You don't try, and so you don't know. And this is a self-sabotaging behavior. This is a self-sabotaging behavior, fear of failure. You know what? I like to see failure, or I've come to see failure as feedback. That I go and I fail, it doesn't mean that I'm a failure. In fact, I think I was talking to my son. I think he mentioned my 6-year-old son. He said, "Mommy, I'm a failure." I said something funny like that because I failed. I said, "Never." No, you are not a failure because you tried and you failed. That is just a feedback. Okay, you tried it this way, it didn't work, and so you find out that you can try another way and see if that works. But many times we are held bound. It's like there is something holding you bound because you are afraid to even try. And this is a self-sabotaging behavior. Then the fear of success. Equally, this is less discussed because many times when you hear fear, many people have heard of the fear of failure. But what many people, or what is not often discussed, is the fear of success, which is the other side of the coin, or the other edge of the sword, is the fear of success. So this is less discussed, but is equally as powerful, because you are afraid of the responsibilities or the expectations that come with success. So many people are afraid, or I don't know, maybe you're afraid that the responsibilities or the calls or the expectations from people will be too much, so they end up not trying. They end up not pushing themselves, so that they don't enter, so that they don't succeed, and then bring maybe people's eyes on them or all that. It's a self-sabotaging behavior, because even that will keep you will not express yourself to the levels or to the degree that you are capable of, because you are afraid to succeed. You are afraid to succeed. And this is a self-sabotaging behavior. Remember that what we are talking about is self-sabotage, and how it manifests in ways that many times, if you are not paying attention, you will not even know that you are actually self-sabotaging. And many people, I dare say everyone, contends with self-sabotage at one level or the other. You will find out that just from the conversation that we'll be having today, and the ones that we've had in the past couple of weeks, you will find out that many of us are guilty. Many of us are guilty. Many of us contend with self-sabotage at one level or the other. But what we need to do, first of all, is to even understand, to realize, to identify, that this is what is happening. And the fear of success, even though less discussed, is also an issue. There are many people that are actually afraid. They are afraid of succeeding because of the consequences of success. Many people, oh, you will come, and maybe if you succeed, you'll be the only breadwinner from your village, or all the eyes of the witches and the wizards in your village will be on you, or stuff like that. But many people are actually afraid of failing, and then you now minimize your success, or say, that was powerful. Oh, no, 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 not really. You minimize your own successes. You undermine your self-esteem, therefore thereby limiting your future potential. This is self-sabotage. How many times have you done something and you don't want to take the accolades? You are uncomfortable. Many people are uncomfortable with taking accolades. It's self-sabotage. It's self-sabotage. And so these are some of the ways we'll still get into. We'll now look at how to manage fear and embrace success. First of all, understand that fear is a natural part of growth. Fear is a natural part of growth. We were created with that inborn response to to our environment, to things that are happening around us. So understand that fear is natural. Fear is natural, and then we have to begin to learn how to view failures as learning opportunities, as I mentioned before, not final verdict. Because you tried something and it didn't work, so this means we have to go back to reframing our minds. Remember, most of these things, that's why your mind, your thought life, your mind is very, very key in your journey of personal growth. Your mind plays a huge role, because once you are held by a mindset, then you begin to manifest everything. You begin to attract, you begin to manifest everything that will be consistent to the mindset that you hold. And so we have to begin from even understanding, why do we manifest, why do we do the things, that we do. Why are you afraid of failure? Why do you see failure as something to be afraid of? Why do you see success to be something to be afraid of? So we need to begin to go back to having these conversations. Very, very key. If not, we will not even understand why we manifest the way we do, and then we will not now know even what to do to begin to course correct, to begin to change some things, so that we can have better outcomes. So it's very, very important that in your mind, that is where this whole thing will start from. And this topic, and I mentioned before that the ways that we've discussed, that self-sabotage manifest, the ways that we have been talking about and we'll talk about in this particular webinar, that is not all. The list is inexhaustive. The more I did the research, the more the thing was opening up in front of me. So many ways that people manifest that they never think that is self-sabotage. You will be shocked. Pride. There are so many, but for the purpose of this class, we're just going to be discussing a few of them. And that is why we put together this course. You will see on the screen now, you will see the details for the upcoming overcoming self-sabotage course. We have put together a course where we have expert coaches coming. We have a psychologist, we have an emotional intelligence coach, we have people coming. We have 3 coaches over the 3 days to help us to understand, first of all, what is this thing? Where does it come from? Why do we do the things that we do? Are there trauma responses responsible for the way we manifest self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts? Then how do we begin to navigate? Because your emotions play a huge role in the whole thing. So how do we begin to navigate with our emotions, so that we are navigating the whole self-sabotage way, whole self-sabotage in safe and productive way, so that we'll have better outcomes. And then we will take ourselves through that process, have the tools, the strategies to help us, so that we can get ahead. If we don't deal with self-sabotage, I'm sorry that, but you cannot go far. You cannot do, because you will be getting in your way at every point in time. So it's something that we need to really, really, really tackle head on, and there's no running away from it. And as I said, because self-sabotage involves the person. Self-sabotage involves the person, so we need to pay attention, because in the process of addressing this self-sabotage, you don't want to hurt, or you don't want it to affect the person involved, which is you. So we need to be careful, because there's an intricate interplay of things that we need to be careful, because right in the center of self-sabotage is the person, which is you. So we need to be careful, and that is why you need to get yourself into that course. The details are on the screen, and we'll supply more details, so that you can get into that course just from the 27th to the 29th of August. 3 days, 3 coaches, the curriculum robust, I can tell you. So there's a lot that we're going to be tackling in that course. And you get a 60% discount now. If you register now, you just get to pay 9,985 naira to get into that course for the 3 days with the 3 coaches, and all the resources will be made available to you. So we're talking about the strategies to manage fear and embrace success. And we've talked about acknowledging the fear. Acknowledge that is a normal, your fear, the fear is a normal part, is a natural part of growth. Then you must be able to now reframe your success, reframe your failures. View failure as feedback. View failure as a learning opportunity, and not as final as a final verdict, then learn to celebrate your success. Let me write in the comment section, I will celebrate myself. Be kind to yourself, celebrate yourself, celebrate your successes, regularly acknowledge and celebrate your own achievements, big or small. Please let me write in the comment, I will celebrate myself. We must learn to be kind to ourselves. There's a tendency of being kind to people around us. Then when it gets to yourself, we are so hard, we come down so hard on ourselves. This is not helping. This is not helping. You must learn to celebrate yourself. You must learn to be kind to yourself. You must learn to acknowledge your achievement, whether they are big or they are small. When I begin to feel a certain type of way, you just have to find a way to pump yourself up. Celebrate yourself. Yes. Hi, Amaka, I see you. Yes. Let's celebrate ourselves. Celebrate yourself. You are doing well. No, be kind to yourself. This is a way. This is a way to be able to manage that fear and embrace success. And then always visualize success. Visualization. This is very key. Remember, I mentioned that your thought life, your mindset, very, 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 very key. What are you seeing? If you can see it, is the first step. If you can see it in your mind's eye, is the first step. Of course, there is work to be done after visualization, but first of all, for you to be able to go anywhere at all, you must be able to see. That is why, if you've heard me speak before, you must have heard me say that on your journey of personal development, you can't run away from having your vision, your mission, your core values intact, because you can't convince yourself, let alone anyone, that you are going anywhere if you have not been able to put these things in place. And the place you start from is to visualize your success. What does success mean to you? When you are able to have these conversations, then you won't run away from success. What does success mean to you? How does it look like? How does success look like to you? That is where the power of positive visualization comes in, and it will help you to reduce all the anxiety about success. The next thing we're going to be talking about, I mentioned that self-sabotage manifests in a myriad. There are many. There are many. I think in the course of this, in the past couple of weeks, we have spoken about, I think maybe about 10, or in this class, we'll be running up on like 10. But there are many, there are much more. I just want to bring to your consciousness the importance of this topic, the importance, because sometimes we don't know, we don't even understand, we are not conscious that we are manifesting self-sabotage and we are getting in our own way. That is why you will have the best of intentions. You will set goals, you will have plans, you will even buy the things that you need. Maybe you want to go to the gym, you will buy all your gym gear, you will register for the gym, and you will not go. You will do everything, you will register for the gym, then you will not go, then you will find excuses. Self-sabotage. Think about it. And it's not only about gymming, it can be anything. You say you want to write a book, or you say you want to read a book. You have bought the book, you have created a plan to read the book, but you end up not reading the book. But you will have excuses, you will rationalize it, you will do this one. Self-sabotage. And as long as we are trapped in that cycle, then we will not be able to achieve all those lofty plans, all the lofty goals, all the aspirations. You won't be able to. Not because you don't want to, not because you don't intend to, not because you don't desire to, but there's something stopping you, and itself. And we must deal with it. For the sake of your success, for the sake of your forward movement, for the sake of your advancement, we must have this conversation. There is no running away from it. I was talking to my friend, and she was saying that she knows when she starts self-sabotaging. Let me tell you, everybody does. Everybody. But the issue, first of all, is that many of us don't know when. We don't know that what we are doing is actually self-sabotage. That is why you must begin to, recognize that this is what is happening, and then we now begin to get in front of it by the interventions, the strategies, the tools that we have, and all that. Please get into that course. Do everything that you need to do to get into that course. I assure you that it will be worth your time. what your resources. Please get into the overcoming self-sabotage course. It will do you a lot of good. Another way is pride. Pride, ego. So this is ego-driven decisions can isolate us from others and hinder collaboration. And when you are unable to collaborate, my sister, my brother, success will be far from you, because no man or woman, nobody is an island. We need one or the other. And I think I made a post, was it yesterday, in the in the community, and I said about how self-sabotage affects relationships. This is it. Many times we say we are you are afraid, you don't want people around you because they will betray you. You don't want this, you don't want that. Go and check it. At the base of that, of those things you are saying and doing, is self-sabotage. It will box you in and keep you away from people, isolate you, and hinder your collaboration. And then, if you are not collaborating, you can't succeed, because you are not an island. You need to learn. As you are here listening to me, we are collaborating. You are hearing me, I'm speaking to you, we are collaborating. But if you say no, you don't need anybody, you don't need anything, and once you don't have the knowledge, that is why learning is a huge aspect of our personal development journey. Learning, it must be, because when you are equipped with the knowledge, then you can take empowering decisions. Please let me write in the comment section, I will learn, I will give myself to learning. You must give yourself to learning if you must have a chance of getting ahead, if you must have a chance of moving forward. I tell you that there is greatness in you. And when I say that, I say it with every sense of responsibility, and I say it with every sense of, I don't know how, every sense of responsibility. Let's just leave it at that. There is greatness in every one of you. As you're listening to me, if you've never known it before, or you've never been told before, hear it from me, and today understand that there is greatness in you. You can do, and you can be so much more than what you are doing now, and where you are now. There are heights that you can climb. There are territories that you can take. There are grounds that you can cover. But you can't do it by just sitting down and saying all will be well. No, you can't. You can't. Yes, Tochi, I see you. You must give yourself to learning. You can't sit down and just say that, oh, it will come, or no, 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 no. And what happens when you refuse to collaborate, when you refuse to have people in your space, then you are limiting yourself. And guess who suffers? You. Because you limit yourself from the things that you could have learned, from the grounds that you could have taken, from collaborating with people and achieving more successful outcomes. So pride. So the next time, I said everybody self-sabotages. Everybody needs to hear this. Everybody needs to hear this. Because the next time you are allowing that pride, that voice of pride to raise its head up, just know self-sabotage is at your doorstep. I don't need anybody, or I don't, those funny things that we say. Self-sabotage is at the doorstep, and you must begin to understand and call it for what it is. Then there is a guilt that arises from, sometimes when we succeed, when you can see that, okay, maybe you are going ahead of somebody else, there is this guilt that comes when we are outpacing people, or we are doing much better. When you begin to feel that guilt, it now holds some people down. It will hold you down, so that, oh, I don't want to let me not be shining too much. No, there is enough room for everybody to shine. You must not dim your light so that another person's own will shine. There is nothing look into the sky. How many stars can you see? Can you count them? No, but none of them is taking another person's space. So by the time you are trying to dim your light, or you're guilty, you're feeling guilty that you're outpacing others, or you're succeeding, self-sabotage. Because what will happen is, before you understand it, before you know what's happening, you are slowing down your tempo so that you can accommodate others. Everybody can shine. Everybody has the right, has the expression. Everybody. Everybody can shine. We can all be stars in the sky. Nothing stops us. So you are not, you cannot, you should not dim your light, for another person, because all of us can shine at the same time. The brighter, the better. Let me write in the comment section. The brighter, the better. What we need to do is to be able to hold each other's hand, and let's move up forward, all of us. There is no stopping to accommodate that somebody else is. No, 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 no. Don't dim your light so that another person is. No, that is not how it's supposed to work. The minute you are even thinking about that, yes, exceptional Sarah, I see you. The brighter, the better. The minute you are even thinking about that, no, what is at the doorstep is self-sabotage. And I'm telling you that these things are real. I'm sure that as you are hearing me, you can relate. You can relate. I could see myself in several of the boxes that I've been talking about in the past couple of weeks. And that is why you need to get yourself into the course on overcoming self-sabotage, because it's a conversation that must be had. It's a conversation. The self-sabotage is a conversation that must be had, because we have to stop getting in our own way. We have to. There is greatness inside of you. And if you've heard me speak before, you must have heard me say that you are the most important piece of your life, of your life. You know how you have a chess set and you have all those pieces, right? In the journey of your life, of your own life, you are the most important piece on that chessboard. That is why you must pay attention to self. The tendency of what we tend to do is that we extend ourselves in all these directions, and there's nothing wrong with that. You are a mom, you are a wife, you are a spouse, you are a worker in a place, you are a big sister, you are a dad, you are a church worker, you are a this. The tendency is that we extend ourselves in all these directions, and then we don't pay attention to the self, to ourselves. And that is my message. My message is to you, that you are important, that you have the potential in you, that you can be great, but you must pay attention to self. That is why it's personal development, self-improvement, whatever you want to call it that. My message is to the person, to the individual, that yes, you will extend. But first of all, how about you pay attention to yourself so that you are able to bring a bigger contribution when you are parenting, when you are being a wife or a husband, when you are working in that organization, when you are doing working in church, or you are in your community. How about you pay attention to yourself? You invest in yourself so that you can bring a bigger and a better contribution into all the spaces that you operate. That is my message to you. Greatness is for you. And I always say that if not you, then who? Why not you? Don't think that greatness is for somebody else out there. Yes, I see you. I see you, Kuma. Kuma says there is room for all. The brighter, the better. Absolutely. 100%. And I say that if not you, then who? Why do you think that greatness is for some other, is reserved for some other people? No, that itself is even a self-sabotaging thought and self-sabotaging behavior. Why do you think that greatness is for some other person and not for you? So we are here to scatter all those beliefs. You are important. You can be great. In fact, you will be great, but you need to be an active participant in the journey of your life. Let me write it in the comment section. I am an active participant in my life journey. Let me write it in the comment section. Wow, time is flying by. Help me write in the comment section that I am an active participant in my life journey. Yes, you are. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being here. Yes, thank you. I love the energy I'm getting. Thank you so much, for being here. And so there's this impact on a relationship, and relationships are key. I've said it severally before that we are communal beings. We are not, God did not create us and just say we should be alone. No. By the time you are in one corner, only you, there is something wrong. Yes, exceptional Sarah, I see you. I'm an active participant in my life journey. Don't be passive. We reject passivity. We reject it. Don't be passive. Be active. Be mindful. Be present in your life. It was in the compound effect that Darren Hardy wrote that people are sleepwalking through life. Not anymore. That idea of anywhere belle face, we must stop it immediately. Don't live life like that. You are important, so pay attention and be mindful of what you are doing and what you are not doing, and be able to get in front of anything that you need to quickly adjust, so that you can have better and more successful outcome. And so, how do you overcome pride and guilt? Practice humility, stay grounded, and be open to learning from others. Be open to learning from others. This is what I was talking about, collaboration. Pride stops people from collaborating, from learning. And when you are not learning, you are already extinct. Do you know, I think I've said it here before, that the shelf life of knowledge now is 2.5 years. So anything that you know that is older than 3 years is already extinct, is obsolete. That is why you must give yourself to learning. And I say that if you are serious on your journey of personal development, you must be learning. There is no two ways about it. You must be learning. So don't let pride stop you from learning where you need to learn, and getting into spaces that you know that you will get help. Me, I have teenage children now. I have teenage children. I learn from them. There's no pride in this. I don't know. Please come and teach me how they used to do this thing. And they teach me. They'll call me old school. They'll call me the other day. My mom, my daughter say this is so retro. I say no problem. I'm learning. I'm okay. So don't be humble. If you know you need to learn, don't go and be look at, oh, who is that person? Self. Uh-uh. I'm 50 years old. How old is the person? Stop. Don't do that. Because who gets hurt in the process is you, because you won't learn. And if you're not learning, you are not growing. If you are not growing, let me tell you, where you are, very soon they'll throw you out, because they will bring other people that have learned, that have more value, and to take your place. So it is in our best interest that we keep learning and humble ourselves, to learn. Where you see that pride is getting in your way, my brother, my sister, self-sabotage. Yes. Then learn to reframe success. Understand that because you are succeeding, it doesn't diminish others. I've said that we can all be bright, we can all shine. The fact that you are succeeding, it doesn't diminish any other person. We can all shine brightly at the same time. We can all be moving forward. Nothing spoil. Everybody, we are running our race. And I say that, if I say this thing to the boot campers, we have the Advanced Land has an expression, the 12-week Be More Accountability Bootcamp. I tell them that you must learn to domesticate everything that you're hearing, because we are all on a journey. We are on a journey to get better. One journey to improve ourselves and our outcomes. So we're about to receive the same instruction, but you must learn to domesticate everything you are hearing. Learn to domesticate it. Make it yours. Make it yours. My situation, my extenuating circumstances are different from yours. So you must learn to domesticate everything that you are hearing and make it work in your own, how it concerns you, or in that your space where you are at the moment. Then always seek balance. Learn to navigate your success by making sure that is aligning with your values. This takes us back to the fact that you must have your vision, your mission, and your core values intact on your journey of personal development. That gives you the way that you are working, that that when you have your vision, your mission, and your core values, it not I don't want to say limits, it constrains you. It determines what you can do and how you can even do it. So you must have those intact, so that your success is balanced. That is how you even come about your definition of success, and how you want to get to that destination of success. And then we're going to be talking about destructive habits. We have destructive habits. So now, remember what we're talking about is how self-sabotage manifests. Self-sabotage manifests. So we have spoken about fear of failure, fear of success. We've spoken about pride. Those are some of the ways. So from just these few points, you already know that this thing, it touch everybody. To say it in the Nigerian parlance, it touch because everybody contends with pride, with fear, with guilt, and all that. And now we're going to be talking about unhealthy habits. There are some unhealthy habits that are clear and classic manifestations of self-sabotage. So things like procrastination, overindulgence, negative self-talk, unhealthy but very classical examples of self-sabotage. And some of these things, they have deeper emotional triggers. That is why I say that your emotions have a huge part to play. A whole the in the overcoming self-sabotage course, the whole of module 2 is about attaining higher emotional intelligence and resilience, because you need it to navigate self-sabotage. You need a high level of emotional intelligence and resilience, not just intelligence, emotional intelligence and resilience, to be able to navigate self-sabotage in very, very safe and productive way, so that the person that is involved, remember, you cannot remove yourself. You cannot dissociate yourself, because you are the human being that is involved in your process. So you cannot dissociate yourself from that. You are involved. So we must find a way to be able to navigate this self-sabotage, and at the same time preserve the person, which is you, in the process. So this is your emotions, very, very key. So we have that covered in that course. The whole of the second module is about that. The first module is about identifying the triggers, the what I trauma related and all that. So the curriculum for that course is robust. You want to get into that course. So we must understand that some of these things have deeper psychological roots. The first module of that course is going to be taken by a psychologist, a renowned. In fact, she comes with she's top notch. I don't want to expose. I won't say more than I'm already saying. You want to just get in that. You want to get into that course. The first module, the psychologist is going to take that, and then we know that some of these self-sabotaging behaviors and thoughts, they have deep psychological roots. So we're going to be exploring that, because if you don't get to the root of something, you may just be treating the effect, what they call it. You may be treating it on the surface. We need to go down and understand, first of all, why this thing is happening, how it's manifesting, and then we'll begin to build on that, and then get in front of self-sabotage. But self-sabotage, no gree for am. No gree this year. We are not gree anything that will stop us. We will stop it. That's the mantra. But we must move forward. We must move forward. Those successful outcomes, anything that you are able to visualize, I'm here to tell you that it is not only possible, it's predictable. The only thing is that there is work to be done, and you must be an active participant. No more, don't be passive. Don't be passive. You can't be passive and get to where you want to get. It's not possible. You must be actively doing the things that you need to do to be able to get to where you want to do, where you want to get to. But just know that these habits, they create these self-imposed barriers to you achieving your goal. So stuff like procrastination, overindulgence can be overindulgence in anything at all. Many times you say you don't have time, but you are overindulging social media. You are overindulging conversations with people that people that you should not give 10 minutes. You are giving them 1 hour, 3 hours, talking the things that are not needed, are not necessary. You must begin to. Overindulgence can be food, it can be anything. So you must know that these things, and what they do is that they are stopping you. You say you don't have time, but you have time to spend 3 hours, 4 hours. Did you hear that statistic that said that Nigerians spend the world over, Nigerians spend the most time on social media, more than 70% above the world average? In fact, when I saw that statistic, I first of all I say, could this be true? Could this be true? But I want you to just, in your own life, just do just a quick search in your own life. How much time do you think social media takes in your 24 hours? Just do a quick, very, very honest analysis. Just quick in your mind now. Do it. How much time do you think social media takes out of your 24 hours? Just do that. No, don't share with me. Do it with yourself. In the advanced lounge, in the Be More Accountability Bootcamp, I make the boot campers to do what we call a brutally honest time audit. You will audit your time. In your each hour, what do you use your time for? By the time you audit, you're not submitting it to anybody. You do it by yourself. By the time you audit your time, you will now know where your time is going, and then you will know what you need to do. But we're talking about overindulgence, and most of the time we overindulge, and then next thing, we don't have time. And when you don't have time, the things that you know that you should do, you are unable to do them. Don't you say self-sabotage, I no gree for you. In fact, we no agree. We no agree at all. Okay, so let's push forward quickly. Time is running like crazy. I don't even know. So, how do we breaking the cycle of this destructive habit? You must first of all recognize the triggers that lead to these unhealthy habits. What are the triggers? Many of us don't know. We don't know. We are not self-aware. So anything we don't know, you don't know. You don't know why you are doing the things that you are doing. You don't know anything because you don't know anything about yourself. We have a in on our seller store we have a workbook. It's called the self-discovery workbook. It has 100 questions prompt and 100 questions, activities and journal prompt that you can do to know yourself better, because you need that self-awareness is key. It's key to you recognizing what is happening. Many times you are doing the thing, if they ask you why you don't even know, because you don't have an awareness of self. Awareness of self is very, very key to be able to break the cycle of destructive habits. And then when you are able to replace, very, very key. When you're able to identify and then replace and implement healthier alternatives, very, very key, to handling, to breaking the cycle of destructive habit. And then consistency, the matter of consistency, we cannot emphasize, we cannot overemphasize it. Consistency means showing up, whether you feel like it, whether you don't feel like it, you show up anyway. You if you have given yourself a target, maybe a weight loss goal, and you know that you need to do exercise as part of your strategy for meeting your weight loss goals, then that consistency is what will make you to keep showing up. And without consistency, you can't break any circle. In the BMO accountability bootcamp, I tell the boot campers that when you get in there, we don't have a class where we say, oh, come, I will teach you consistency. No, by the very activities that you are doing, you are being made to show up. And what you are building your self-discipline, and you are building your consistency muscle. So you must be able to get into spaces that can help you. I find you must be able to get into spaces that will help you, to be able to break, to be able to be able to have that structure that helps you to break all these destructive habits, because we are calling it for what it is, self-sabotage, and we're trying to get out in front of it. And also, you need to surround yourself, with supportive people and systems that hold you accountable. The Be More Accountability Bootcamp, the accountability the name of that program is very, very intentional. You must submit yourself to be held accountable. If not, there is no how that you get the outcomes that you desire. There is no how. So accountability is very key. Surround yourself with supportive people and systems that will hold you accountable. Is very key to breaking the cycle of destructive habits. So, as you have heard me say, and I've said even tonight, that you have great potential in you. And breaking free from self-sabotage will help you to be able to enter into the realm where you are fulfilling that potential. If you're unable to deal with self-sabotage, you will find yourself, it's like somebody who is just in a spot, maybe tied with a rope, and you can only move based on the length of that rope. So you keep on moving around, but you cannot go beyond the length of that rope. And as long as you're unable to break free from that, then you will be unable to reach, the desired realm of success, that is possible for you. It's possible. You have the potential, but then you must do something. And I'm here to tell you that it's possible for you to enter into the realm of your full potential, but you must be able to break free from self-sabotage. You must be able to overcome ego. You must be able to overcome pride. You must be able to, all the unhealthy habits, all the unhealthy habits that stand in your way to authentic success. You must be able to break free. And remember, this whole thing falls under that major umbrella of self-sabotage. And then your personal growth, you will see that when you are able to address these barriers, this thing that we're calling obstacles, self-sabotage, manifesting in the different ways. If you are able to address it, you will find that you are growing on every aspect of your life. And let me tell you, on this your journey, everything affects everything. What do I mean? When you find out that you are doing well, or you are growing in the area of, let's say, your health. Maybe you are paying attention to your exercises, you are eating healthy, you are eating right. That discipline that it takes you to be able to sustain that is the same discipline that it takes you to be able to sustain your mental transformation, is the same discipline that is needed to sustain your spiritual growth, is the same discipline that is needed to sustain your relationships, your work, your everything. So in personal growth, in personal development, everything affects everything. So once you're able to address self-sabotage as a barrier, as an obstacle, once you're able to address it and all the ways that it manifests, you will find out that every aspect of your life, you are beginning to grow and to do well. And don't you think that you are worth that? I think that your potential is what you paying attention, to this very, very important thing, because you are made and you are meant for more than you are doing now, more than where you are now, more than that. I tell you that you have heights to climb, realms to take, territories are waiting for you, but you must pay attention to these things, because self-sabotage will mess everything up. Self-sabotage will mess everything up. It's not self-sabotage is not just an inconvenience. Don't look at it like, it's something that it's not like a nagging headache that you can manage. No, you cannot manage it, because it will stop you from attaining all the successful outcomes, from the grounds that you can take and cover and all that. So it's something that you must pay attention to, because it will keep manifesting. It is only somebody that is not willing to be truthful or be candid or be honest with themselves that we say that they don't have an issue with self-sabotage, because it manifests, whether in pride, whether in disorganization, whether in rationalization, whether in uprooting, whether in all the ways that we have discussed. You will find out that self-sabotage is manifest in your life at one level or the other. So the only difference may be that, maybe you are more of a disorganized person, me I'm more of a giving excuses person, but both of them is self-sabotage. So it's something that we must pay attention to. And your future, your vision, your purpose, your impact depends on this thing, because we are created by God and you came with greatness. If you've heard me speak before, you must have heard me talk about the seed, about the mango seed that has the potential of a mango tree in it. So when you hold a mango seed in your hand, what you're looking at is a seed. But what actually that is that seed has the potential to become a mango tree, given the right conditions of good soil, of water, of sunlight, and all that. That seed has the potential to become a tree. And the same with you. You are looking at yourself as you are today, listening to me, at whatever station in life you are, but inside of you there is a potential for greatness, much more than where you are. But like with that mango seed, you must give it the right conditions. And I'm here to tell you this evening that you must pay attention to self-sabotage. If not, all that greatness will not find room for expression. And when you are not expressing that greatness, you are actually robbing the world of your impact, of what solutions you could have brought, of the impact that you could have brought into this world. And just look at the world and see the great things that people are doing. But we are unable to, many people are unable to get into those realms, because they are unable to deal with some of these issues. So that is why you must deal with self-sabotage. So please get into the course. The course starts on Tuesday 27th to 29th. That is next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, and we are done. So invest in yourself. It's important, and you are important. Get into that course, and let's begin to tackle some of these things in greater detail. We have experts coming, as I've mentioned before, to take us through some of these things. So we can break free and we can enter into the realms of success that are meant for us. So I've been able to give you a brief overview of the course and everything that you can expect in those 3 days. Know that we have three expert coaches coming to take us through the process, and after that we will be equipped with the strategies, the tools to be able to navigate successfully and have successful outcomes. Remember that your body, you cannot do away with your body. Your body is the system by which you get to operate in this world. Your body. But the same body brings these challenges of self-sabotage, because the body wants what it wants, but you have your will, you have your emotions, you have your intellect. Sometimes you make the best of plans, but your body, yourself, will not be willing to cooperate with you. But we must have strategies to get ourselves to cooperate with us, so that we can begin to have, the successful outcomes that we desire. I don't know if there are any questions. Thank you, everybody. I can see, yes. Cooking Time says awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all the comments. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I don't know whether there are any questions. We're about to round up now. Just know that the importance of overcoming fear, pride, and all these unhealthy habits cannot be overstated, cannot be overemphasized. I encourage you that indeed you have the power to change, but it starts from you being able to, first of all, recognize what's going on, recognize the triggers, recognize what's happening, and then get into the space where you are now addressing all these barriers. So we've been able to talk about, I say, if you've not been in these webinars before, you can find the past couple of editions and just go through them. You will see we've discussed so much about self-sabotage and how they manifest, and I said that the list is inexhaustive. It manifests in so many ways, much more than we'll be able to cover in the past couple of weeks. So, but you need to get into the course so that we will deal with these things in a very wholesome and holistic manner. Thank you so much for being here. I don't see any questions. I don't see any more comments. Any more comments, please? We're about to round up now. Remember that we don't like this webinars to stay more than an hour, because we understand that today is a work day. Many people had to go to work, so we don't want to stretch it more than an hour. So we are about rounding up now. If there are no comments, then thank you so much for being here. I had a wonderful time this evening, as I'm sure you did as well. I know that I had so much fun bringing this webinar to you this evening, and I'm sure that you are leaving this webinar equipped, more knowledgeable about self-sabotage and how it manifests and all that. And the whole objective is, so if when we know better, then we can do better. That's the whole objective of having these weekly live webinars, so that we can know better. When you know better, you are equipped with knowledge, then you are able to make empowering decisions, because you know. You are better than the person who doesn't know. But just knowing alone is not enough. You must now build upon knowing to actually doing. So you are going to do differently because you know differently. So thank you so much for being here. This has been the weekly live webinar of the Advanced Launch community that comes to you every Thursday at 8 p.m. Every Thursday at 8 p.m. I'll pop up on your screen. So if this is your first time, please remember to subscribe to the channel so that you get notified whenever we have new resources for you, and invite others. Everybody needs to hear these things, actually, because it concerns the person. Remember that my message is to you, the person, you. I say that you are important, and there's need for you to pay attention to yourself, so that you can be more equipped and you can be more valuable in the different spaces that you operate. Thank you so much for being here. If you're not in the Advanced Launch community, please do well to join us in the Advanced Launch community. We have resources, we have tools, we have programs, events that help build the person, help us build us up for our journey of personal development. My name is Tracy Akpera. I'm a personal success coach. My job is to show you the possibilities that exist and to help you to get from where you are to where you are made to be. And I tell you with every sincerity in my heart that you are made to be more. And if not you, then who? Thank you so much for being here. I look forward to seeing you in the community. I look forward to seeing you next week, Thursday, 8 p.m., as we explore more about topics about personal development. And I look forward to see you in the Overcoming Self-Sabotage course. Thank you very much. Do have a pleasant evening. Thank you so, so much. Yes, thank you, Sharon. Says it was a great class, Coach. Thank you. Tochi says, thanks, Coach Tracy. I had a swell time. I had a swell time as well. Thank you very much for being here. Do have a pleasant evening. I'll see you next week. I'll see you in the advanced lounge, and I'll see you in the Overcoming Self-Sabotage course. Bye now.